So in this video, I'm going to show you what happens after you file for the global entry. In the earlier video, I talked about reasons I chose global entry for myself and for my family. And less than a week ago, I filled out the application and it said it could take months to process. I'll show you what happened in my case, though your mileage may vary. What happened was the other day I got an email back. Let's make it where you can see it. And so on the Trusted Traveler program says application status change. And so this was, I got it on Tuesday. I think I filed Thursday or Friday of last week. So basically the weekend and a couple extra days, I get a response back and it tells me that the application has changed. Tells me to click and to log in. Now, if you've filled out the program or you're thinking about it, here's your choices when you go to fill in. You can choose precheck, global entry, several other programs. In my case, I chose the global entry. So I click here to log in. All these warnings say, yeah, I'm okay with that. I just stored the password, so I'll put the email address in. Okay, so we'll sign in. And it tells me my application, the initial enrollment has been conditionally approved. It says you need to have 730 days to complete the approval process. Okay, so what I have to do is attend, the next thing is the interview, and it's either in person or remote virtual interview. Now, I couldn't find a way to schedule a remote virtual interview. So I'm going to click schedule an interview and start looking at what my choices are. And it lists them. You can have several ways to look at it. In my case, I know I'm going to Florida in September. So what I will do is I'll come down here and click Miami because I have a cruise out of Miami, and so I can do this. Also, I'll choose that location, and then it gives you the calendar. I can pick the date I want. There any dates open in February, so I can just click on a date, and it tells me which time slot, so I can choose the date, and then I can pick the time slot I want. And so this is what I'm going to do is I'll get this done, and it'll be scheduled when we go down there in September. After we get off the cruise ship, we'll go by the airport and get the global entry interview done. There are some documents you have to take. You have to take your passport and your driver's license. Since we'll be on a cruise, we'll have those. And then after that, assuming the interview goes well, what will happen is very quickly we'll get the approval, and then we'll get a card, and we can start to use it. And that'll, like I said, as I mentioned in the earlier visits, that'll give us access both to the TSA pre-check, and we'll also get access to global entry so that when we clear customs and we're flying in, it'll be quicker and easier. Just one way to make the process smoother, I wouldn't necessarily have gotten global entry, but I do have some U.S. flights this year, and it was only $15 more than the TSA pre-check. And so the difference was worth it to me to pay the little extra, and we'll be able to, because we're going to make some trips out of country and just want to get through customs quickly, as easy as possible. That's my whole process in life, is try to do everything as quickly and as efficiently as I can. Hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. In that, I will follow up and let you know how the interview process, what it was like, and how long it took to get the card back after I got that done. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks.